Hello everyone. I want you to start assuming that you are asking your company's chatbot about the return policy for the enterprise customer and you get an answer of 30 days while 3 months back you have updated your documents to change this policy for up to 90 days. The policy changed but the AI doesn't know. You try asking the same question again. What about the discount structure from the last quarter's board deck? And it apologizes this time, says it doesn't have access to that information. It suggests you to check with the sales team or other departments. So it doesn't know the answers to the latest documents. It doesn't have the access. But how do you work with such an AI? You ask some other details, but still doesn't have any answer. That's strange. That doesn't tell you that how can you use AI with a full confidence. This same AI can write Python code in seconds. It can explain quantum physics. It knows everything about everything, but not actually what matters to you in your business. By the end of this video, you will understand why this happens, how companies can fix it, and what to look for when someone says their AI knows your data. So, I'm Ankit. I am AI, cloud, and data architect with 2 decades of industry experience. And my objective in these videos is to help you understand complex AI terms in simple language. Imagine you hire someone brilliant, PhD level knowledge. They can discuss literature, write code, analyze market. But on their first day, if you ask them about your Q3 sales result, they will obviously have no idea. They have never seen your dashboards, your company's internal data. They are incredibly smart in the world, but in general, completely ignorant about your world specifically. I mean, until your information is publicly available on internet, they won't probably know it. This is what happens with AI models out of the box. The model was trained on internet data, Wikipedia, billions of pages, countless number of books. It has never seen your Slack messages, your Notion documents, your support tickets, your proprietary research. It has not seen your information. So here is what people expect. They ask AI very nicely what it can access and how can they get the information that they want. But that doesn't work. Here is what actually happens. The AI generates answers based on the patterns from the training. If your information wasn't in that training data, it will say, I don't know, or even worse, it makes up something, but confidently. And the question isn't, why doesn't the AI knows my stuff? The question is, how do I get my stuff into AI? And how can I make the AI aware about my information so that it can help me? That's the question. Most people hit their wall here. You think, fine, I will paste my documents, but that can work in a small use case or in a uh, small companies. It cannot work all the time. You can copy paste some product specification, some price sheets, some policies, but that's not a long term solution. You can imagine that you can have tens of thousands of documents, 5 years, 7 years of support tickets, engineering wikis, an archive of everything your company knows. You cannot paste everything in a chat or in a context window. And even if you could, it is hard to limit it. It is called context window. That context window will be lost in such a scenario. Even the biggest ones would max out around a novel's length of context. So if a novel is assuming like a few hundreds of pages, the context window won't be longer than that. So at the end of this, you even eventually lose out the game. So you need to give the access to the all the information that you have got in your documentation and in your tickets. The AI doesn't need to know everything about everything. It just need to find the right things at the right moments. So now you face a new problem that you have tens and thousands of document, and a user asks a question, what 3 documents do you show to AI at this point of time? You don't want to pick up any wrong document. You don't want to pick up too many documents which can ultimately confuse the AI itself. You don't want to overwhelm the context with so much of information, so much of noise. So in that it is possible that you miss out on the critical details. And that isn't an AI problem anymore if you see it, right? It is a search problem. How do you search about the right information? It is not a keyword matching problem, because in the world of AI we don't match keywords. If you search for a car, it will look for car in a multiple context. It will understand that yes, you are talking about a vehicle, not just about three alphabet word called car. So watch what happens. Someone asks a question: what do I do if a customer wants their money back after 2 months? The document they need is titled like post purchase resolution guidelines, enterprise tier, something complicated, right? It never says money back, or it never says 2 months, but it's exactly the right document where you should be looking. So in a traditional search, it would miss the key matching fails, and it will not be able to fetch that information. But in case of AI, it will look for the synonyms or the word that mean the same thing, like refund, resolution, all those things it will try to find out. And this is where the system will split into two jobs. The first job is finding the relevant information, and the second job is to use that information to find the answers, right? So if you have to remember two things until now, it is that model is answering engine. It is just generating the responses based on the information that it has got. It is a word generator. It does not store the information, it doesn't search for the information, it doesn't decide what's relevant. That's a completely different system. And understanding this split changes how you think about AI failures. So when the AI gives you a wrong answer, it's actually not the model's fault. It's that something before the model which broke down. That's how you debug a typical AI failure. Now when someone asks your AI a question, here is the sequence. The system runs a search across your documents, not with the keyword itself, but with a meaning, with a context. It retrieves the top few matches, then and only then, okay, it will hand over those documents to the AI model. The model never sees your whole document database. It will only see a curated slice. It need not be an entire document also. Let's say you have two documents of 500 pages, but only 10 pages from each of them are relevant. The AI model itself will handle only 20 pages, not the 1000 document. So it will look into a very few carefully chosen pieces. So if the search is good, the model gets the right context, perfect answer. And if the search is bad, the model gets the wrong context, and you get a confidently wrong answer. The entire system here, where your documents live, the search mechanism, the data pipeline connecting to the model, has a name, and it is called a knowledge base. This is what the core concept of this video is. A knowledge base, if I define you, is distinct from a database. Remember this thing, it is not a tabular database, it is not a collection of PDF. Instead, understand it as a system designed specifically for an AI model to retrieve and reason about information beyond its training. You remember, initially we talked about a generic training. Now we are getting specific to your business problem or your business information through knowledge bases. When you add a document to a knowledge base, the system doesn't simply store it as a text. It will transform every sentence and every paragraph into a mathematical representation. It is called embeddings. That mathematical representation is called embeddings. Embeddings will capture meaning, not just the literal word. Documents related to the refunds are grouped closely together in this mathematical space. So even when they employ completely different terminology, when a user poses a question, their inquiry is also converted into a embedding. Okay. So the system then measures a distance between the similar words, identify which stored documents are most closely aligned in meaning to the question. The model's role, remember this thing, is to generate the response. It is the role of knowledge base to make sure that it gets the right documentation. Both components are essential. Neither can function effectively without the other one. Okay, so let's simplify this thing. Think of it this way: the knowledge base is the library, the retrieval is the librarian. The AI model is the person who reads what the librarian brings to them. If the librarian brings the wrong books, the reader gives wrong answer. Not because the reader was bad or was reading badly, but because it got the wrong material in the first place to read. This is why which AI model should I use is not the most appropriate question. It also depends how good is my retrieval. Now let's talk about where this quietly breaks, because every system has a potential to break somewhere, and we need to make sure that we are designing a system which is resilient. So failure mode 1 is bad retrieval. The user asks a question, the system retrieves a document that sounds relevant, but they aren't. Okay, so if the documents are retrieved in a wrong way or wrong documents are retrieved, you can obviously expect model to give the wrong or irrelevant answers. It is not hallucination, it is doing what exactly you asked it to do. You gave it the wrong document. Remember, the librarian got the wrong documents to you. This happens when the embeddings aren't tuned to your domain. Okay, so if when you are storing the information in the knowledge bases, it is not done correctly, and the documents are poorly chunked, because as I told you, a 500 books will not be entirely pushed on an AI model, only a slice of it will be given. So that slicing needs to be done in a correct way. When the search picks surface, similarity over deep relevance. Okay. The second failure is the document exists, but it's not in the knowledge base. Someone updated the return policy last week. It was saved in, say, Google documentation, but nobody synced it to the knowledge base. Now you have a documentation, but it is not synced with the knowledge base. It is your responsibility to update the knowledge base as soon as the documentations are updated. Otherwise, the model will retrieve the old version and it will answer with that information in a confident way. Remember, this is not a model failure. It is a data pipeline failure. Okay, so make sure that your system retrieves the right documentation, and as a result, the model will claim that it has got the right information and it will give you the right responses. Also, remember that you need to give only contextual information. It should not be too small, it should not be too large, that in either give the less information or give overwhelmingly more information to the AI model to get to the context and give the factually correct answer. So what's the action plan from here? Key considerations for evaluating an AI system with any company data. So when someone presents an AI system that understands your company data, you should ask some critical question. First is knowledge base location. You can ask, where is the knowledge base stored? What is it automatically updated or manually it is updated by someone? Does it require any manual action after updates? What is the retrieval mechanism in your system? And how do they utilize the embeddings? Can they clarify which documents are prioritized? And if the response is the AI figures out, that's a warning sign. AI doesn't figure it out on its own. The third is the failure mode. What happens if no documentation is found in the system? So does the model acknowledge that it has not got the information, or will it fabricate a response? So always have a fallback mechanism in case the information is not available. So let me bring this where we started. So you are on a chatbot with your company's AI chatbot, right? And you ask about the enterprise return policy. Now you know what's happening, right? Your question get converted into an embedding, and the system searches the knowledge base. It finds enterprise policy document, right? The updated one this time, because you have synced up with the Google documentation now. It will retrieve the relevant information in a section way, in a very sliced way. It will generate an answer in a factually correct way that yes, it is 90 days. Now the model will not memorize it. Okay, it is the knowledge base which needs to remember what is the policy. Every time you use an AI system that knows a company specific information, there is a knowledge base underneath it. Customer support bots, internal Q&A tools, AI assistant, they all follow the same patterns of knowledge base, retrieval augmented generation, embeddings. This isn't an AI magic. The magic is in the data pipeline, how much you keep it updated. Okay, AI solution ask about their knowledge bases, ask what happens when it fails, and that is where the real system lives. So if you like this video, I would recommend you to like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you.